Hey, Shalom Israel. Yeah, how about Shem Yahshua Thumb to the brothers? Shalom Yahweh Shemal Thumb by Shem Yahshua to the sisters. We got our ISUPK start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible. What is the truth? The truth is so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans make up the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel, which makes us the greatest people on the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Bible identifies us as the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You know what I mean? And since 1969, we've been teaching that truth according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Preaching Officer Shabal coming to you live from Las Vegas. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have class in the Las Vegas area from 7 to 9 p.m. Tuesdays, the Brotherhood class. Wednesdays, the Biblical Law class. And Thursday is the Scripture Breakdown class, all right? If you have any family members, friends, or loved ones in the Las Vegas area in need of counseling, in need of a breakdown, you know what I'm saying, looking for the class, you can find us on Facebook, ISUPK Las Vegas. You can find us on YouTube, ISUPK Nevada, and you can find us on TikTok as well, ISUPK Las Vegas. All right. If you could like and share the class, let everybody know that we live. All right. If anyone has any questions, you know what I'm saying, you can go ahead and type them in. Lord Allah, I can answer your question tonight. If not, I'll write your question down, and Lord Allah, I have the answer to your question by next week's class. All right. So y'all bear with me as I'm kind of in and out a little bit, trying to share the class around. I'm doing the same thing that I'm asking y'all to do. So y'all bear with me as I do that. All right. If there aren't any questions, you know what I'm saying, I do have a couple of topics, you know what I'm saying, that I want to go into before I get into the actual topic. You know what I'm saying? If y'all used to rocking with my classes, y'all already know, you know what I mean? I always have a pre-topic lined up, you know what I'm saying? And once we get into the actual topic itself, right? If anyone has any questions once we get started, you know what I'm saying, feel free to go ahead and drop your question in there. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal to spin off the topic real quick. You know what I'm saying? Get the question answered and then get back into it. You know what I'm talking about? This is the scripture breakdown class. You know what I'm saying? So questions are always welcome. You know what I mean? There's certain questions, you know what I'm saying, that I that I'll answer, you know what I'm saying, during the class, and then there's certain questions that's better if you reach out to me, you know what I'm saying, personally, you know what I mean, and I'll let you know, you know what I mean. I have no problem with giving you my phone number, email address, or whatever the case may be, and then we can go from there. All right. So again, if brothers and sisters can like and share the class and let everybody know that we live, you know what I'm saying, and we'll be good to go. All right. 1 second. Shalom, Lord Christ. Shalom, Shabbat. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, not a problem. I appreciate you letting me know. All right, for sure. All right, Shalom, Lord Christ. Again, if there aren't any questions, right, we're gonna get into the topic. You know what I'm saying? And this topic actually came from a brother, Offside Rock out here in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Excellent brother. You know what I'm saying? His brother helps me make sure that I'm sharp and on point. You know what I mean? The brother always, you know what I'm saying, asks some good questions. You know what I'm saying? Make me go back and do a little digging myself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You get a question asked, and if it makes you have to go back and read something that you might not have read in a while. You know what I mean? So he asked for a breakdown on Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verses 1 through 5, and the whole chapter was so heavy. I'm like, shit, fuck it. I may as well just do a breakdown on the whole goddamn chapter. That's why the title for tonight's the topic for tonight's class is Ecclesiastes, a book full of game, right? Now we all know the whole Bible is full of game. You know what I'm saying? We all know that, right? Um, it's something about Ecclesiastes, something about Proverbs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that game gets super heavy, of course. You know what I'm saying? When Christ, you know what I'm saying, get the breaking stuff down in the New Testament, of course. You know what I'm saying? That can't be messed with. But you get my point, though. So again, the topic for tonight's class is Ecclesiastes, a book full of game. And as I break this chapter down, you'll understand why I titled it that, because this book is without a doubt full of game. You get what I'm saying? So let me see. Share. Okay. All right. Shared it around a little bit. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get it in. All right. So don't see any questions right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the first thing that I wanted to get into as far as a pre-topic. All right. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna put this up on the screen. I hope y'all are able to see it, but I'm gonna read it regardless. But I just want y'all to see the title of this particular topic, and then we're gonna go into it. All right, because this right here was evil on every level. All right, so here I'm gonna put in the camera so y'all can see that. All right. So if you wasn't able to see it, right? How it reads is, mom blasts her baby daddy for giving their child 1 week of school clothes, right? So she posts, I asked my baby daddy if he would assist with school for our 7-year-old, and this is what he bought. Am I ungrateful because I feel this ain't enough? A pair of shoes, a pack of socks, 4 pair of pants, and 5 shirts, right? The reason why I wanted to go into this, and the reason why I chose this as a topic, is because you asked the brother for some help, and he helped you. So with a pair of shoes, a pack of socks, 4 pair of pants, and 5 shirts, if you match what he did, this young brother has 2 whole weeks full of clothes and 2 pair of shoes to work with. You see what I'm saying? We have such a hatred towards one another that we've become ungrateful and evil towards one another. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why sisters like this exist is because of sisters like Keke Palmer. You know what I mean? This society that Esau has created has made us cruel and just you know what I'm saying, heartless, basically. You get what I'm saying? To the point to where we have no compassion for one another. And thanks to the Christian church, we give so much compassion and so much of our love to the oppressors that we have none left over for each other. You see what I'm saying? And what's so sad about this is, again, the brother bought a pair of shoes, a pack of socks, 4 pair of pants, and 5 shirts. Did it ever dawn on that sister that that's all that brother could afford? Was that even taken into consideration? The fact that you're asking for help means that you're not able to do it, which I'm not knocking that part. The only reason why I'm speaking on this is because you're knocking this brother as if he could have said, you know, I ain't give you nothing. We ain't together no more. That ain't my problem. That's not my responsibility. That's your responsibility. He could have went the asshole route, but he didn't. He helped. Gave that brother a whole week's worth of clothes, right? That's the first thing, right? The other thing is, how much exactly was he supposed to get? The young brother is 7. So what was he supposed to do? Buy him a year's worth of clothes? I really don't understand You know what I'm saying? Well, I understand why I do, but that was more so rhetorical. But shame on this woman for trying to shame this brother, because you know how many sisters wish that they had a kid's father that would buy their kids a fucking t-shirt. How about some underwear? You got some sisters out here that can't get nothing from their kid's father, nothing at all, not even a goddamn Happy Meal. But yet this brother bought a whole week's worth of clothes for this brother, and you complaining. That's how lost and destroyed we are in this society. And the reason why is because we continue to listen to Esau, and we continue to go up in this Christian church, and we develop this hateful, evil mindset towards one another. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You just shitted on everything that brother did. Who knows? That brother might have had to pick up a second slavery to buy those things. The brother might have had to work some overtime. You don't know what that brother had to do to come up with the money to do that. You don't know. He might have moved some bills around so that he can come up with that bread in order for him to buy those clothes. And then you ask, are you being ungrateful? The fact that she's asking that she pretty much answered her own question. You get my point? So this is actually we use Philippians 4:11 as a precept. Let me see something real quick. Let's see. All right. Let me see something real quick. Philippians 4:11. Okay, this is Philippians chapter 4, verse 11. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. I know both how to be abased and I know how to be abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to be abound and to suffer need. Right? And so more so 11. You know what I mean? More so 11, where it says, not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. Right? If the school year just started, right, is there a time limit on when that brother has to get these clothes for this brother? That's the first thing. Then the other thing is, again, she took a picture of the stuff that he bought, but what she didn't do was take a picture and post the stuff that she bought. And a lot of sisters are bitter and angry because they chose the wrong man. And they broke up and they split apart for whatever reason. The reason why I'm going into this is because what we should be, okay, a matter of fact, before I answer the question, I'm going to ask the class, what can we take away from this particular story? There's a few things that we can take away from this particular story, but I'm asking the class, as I'm covering this right now, what can you take away from this story? So yeah, I would use Philippians 4:11. I would definitely use Philippians 4:11. Deuteronomy 28 and believe it's 46. I believe it's a good one as well. Let's see. Let me double check if it's 20. I know it's 28. It is 28 and 56. 28 and 56 is a good precept as well. All right. That's definitely one takeaway for sure. She's definitely ungrateful. Hella unappreciative. Women like to belittle men to keep themselves on a pedestal with the niggas ain't shit mindset. Listen, what that brother said is 1000% on point. And the thing, and here's the thing about it is, right? The reason why women feel so free to put men down is because for all the screaming and yelling about protect this, protect that, protect this, protect that, You know who doesn't get any protection at all? The black man. The black man gets, nobody says anything about doing anything for the black man. You see what I'm saying? There's little to no programs that are set up for single black fathers. There are little to no programs set up for brothers, you know what I'm saying, who's struggling. You get my point? Very little. I'm not saying there ain't any. I'm saying there are more programs accessible for women than there are for men. This whole society has been set up to make to create a notion that black men ain't shit. There's no other way for me to put it. You get what I'm saying? You can go on TV and you can threaten a black man. You can put your hands on a black man. You know what I'm saying? You can do all these things to a black man. There's music made about killing black men. And no one says anything about that. But if you dare say anything about a black woman, if you dare attempt to put your hands on a black woman, again, I'm not saying any of this is cool. The point that I'm trying to make is if you say or do anything to harm the black woman, right, all hell is going to break out. Don't be a celebrity and say something directed toward the black woman or put your hands on a black woman. Again, not saying it's cool, but all hell will rain down on you and they will go out their way to counsel you or cancel you. Meanwhile, black women go on TV destroying black men all day long, and all you hear is "you go, girl," and you get hand claps and shit like that. When in reality, we should be standing up for one another. Now, I'm not against protecting black women, but how about some protection for the black men as well? Because we all going through the same hell. We all come from the same messed up conditions. We all come from the same messed up environment. Soon as something happened in China, pray for China. Soon as something happened in Africa, pray for Africa. Soon as something happened in where's that war going on at? Where's that war going on at? Russia, Ukraine. Pray for Ukraine. But who's praying for the black man? Because the Christian church is for sure praying for the black woman. You see what I'm saying? The water. Yeah, Ukraine, that's what I was looking for, right? And so, like the sister said, you know what I'm saying? She's definitely not grateful for the help at all. You know what I'm saying? And even if a man does his best, it's not enough for an ungrateful woman. Women want protectors, but forget how to be healers and nourishers. Listen, everything that y'all saying is 1000% correct. Esau and his influences made that sister the way she is. Listen, everything that y'all saying is 1000% correct. Everything that y'all saying is correct, right? Let me add something else to the mix, right? To add on to everything that y'all said. Another thing that can and should be taken out of this story is we have to make better choices. I've been teaching the Most High has afforded me the opportunity to start teaching classes back in 2018. So in this short time that I've been teaching classes, about 5 years or so, that's one of the things that I've pushed more than anything else. We have to make better choices. And so by me saying the black woman can't come after me and say, see, you always taking up for me and you always this and all, you know what I'm saying? You being biased and all this other stuff. No, we have to make better choices. We got to stop locking in on the physical and pay attention to the mental and the spiritual as well. Because if we do that, chances are them two would have never got together in the first place. And so, like General Muhammad has said in classes before, as a man, if you're thinking about laying with that woman, what you should be asking yourself is, can I have kids with this woman? Is this a woman that I want to have my kids? And if the answer is no, then you should not get with that woman. And same thing for the sisters as well. If you're looking at this brother, you going out with this brother, you getting to know this brother, you hanging around him. If you can't see yourself spending the rest of your life with that man and having kids with this man, and that man taking you out the streets, meaning you ain't hanging out at the clubs every weekend, you ain't trying to run around with your girls all the goddamn time. If you don't see that out of this man, if you're not willing to sit down and humble yourself for that man, then that's not the man for you. And there's nothing wrong with taking your time to make sure that you're making the right decision. You get my point? So that's it on that. If anybody else had anything that they want to add or ask pertaining to this, you know what I'm saying, you can go ahead and type it in. If not, I'm gonna get into the next thing that I had lined up for y'all. All right. This is the other thing that I had lined up. Now I'm gonna show y'all the picture, right? And it's a slideshow, so it has some sound, right? And I'm just gonna put it on the screen. I'll let y'all react. Check this out. Did y'all see that? If not, I'll read it for y'all. Lawsuit filed after doctor allegedly pulled baby's head off during delivery and tried to hide it. Let me read this one more time, just in case y'all not picking up when I'm laying down. Lawsuit filed after doctor allegedly pulled baby head off during delivery and tried to hide it. It says police are now investigating after a lawsuit alleging a baby was decapitated during delivery on July 9th, right? I got some sound for y'all. Let me see something. Man, I don't think it's gonna let me play the sound because I don't have an Instagram. Let me see. Hold on. I'm probably the only one in the world without an Instagram. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can get some sound. All right. Hold on, y'all bear with me because I want to because the sound is from the news. So I just want to play this. Let me see. Y'all bear with me, all right? Let me get this story real quick. Let me see something. Let's see something real quick. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. All right, I got the story open back up. All right, let me see it. Let me see if I can get that sound. All right, y'all bear with me. Okay, here we go.
It is disturbing. This family says a doctor decapitated their baby during birth. Channel 2's Michael Dowd.
And the story went away. It's like y'all bear with me. Let me try to get it one more time. All right, here we go.
A local hospital. And before we get into the story, I want to warn you, it is disturbing. This family says a doctor decapitated their baby during birth. Channel 2's Michael Dowdna live in Clayton County, where he spoke with the family's attorney. Michael.
Yeah, guys, the allegations truly are disturbing. They're all laid out here in this lawsuit that was filed this morning, detailing multiple missteps and then an alleged allegations of efforts to try to mislead, lie, and deceive as an effort to cover up what happened here. And again, we want to warn you, these allegations are disturbing. It was supposed to be a day of joy. July 9th, Jessica Ross went into labor, hoping to welcome her first child.
Their dreams and hopes turned into a nightmare that was covered up by Southern Regional Medical Center.
A lawsuit filed Wednesday morning alleges the baby got stuck during labor. And despite signs of distress, Dr. Tracy St. Julian continued to.
Okay, that's always gonna let me play because I don't have an Instagram. It was just getting ready to say the doctor's name. So I didn't even get a chance to look up the doctor's name or anything like that. Because like I said, the article cut me off because it's on Instagram. So hold on, let me see. Might got a little bit more sound. Hold on.
And pull the baby out.
The clear and obvious answer is to perform a C-section. This is what's done all the time. And that was not done in this case, and it should have been.
Susan Witt is a medical malpractice attorney who examined the case for us, which claims that when the doctors finally did perform a C-section hours later, they found the baby decapitated.
I have never heard of a situation where the result has been a decapitation.
Instead of telling the couple, the lawsuit says doctors tried to cover up what happened, telling them that they didn't have a right to a free autopsy, encouraging cremation, and even concealing what happened when they asked to see the body.
When they wrap this baby up tightly, they prop the baby's head up on top of the blanket.
All right, that's enough. I can't even play no more. Listen, I don't know who this doctor is or who this doctor was that did that, right? But like the officer said, this would not have happened to a white family. You get what I'm saying? The brother said the baby's skull and face crushed from the doctor applying that much force. Listen, you can go ahead and type it in. If not, I'm gonna get into from the doctor applying. Man, that's a rough one right there, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, again, this is why we need to separate and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Because once we come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, we'll be under the protection of the Most High, and stuff like this would never happen. Lord allow we all make it into the kingdom. And Lord allow we all make it to the kingdom, nothing like this will ever happen. You know what I mean? Somebody, I don't want to actually, let me see something. I want to see who this doctor is. Y'all bear with me, man. I need to find this out. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. The level of neglect and the lack of compassion, and then on top of that, you tried to hide it. Like that is absolutely Esau-ish right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if that's a word or not, but I'm gonna make it a word. Let me see. All right. Oh, okay. Let me go back to that then. Let me see. All right, so there's a picture of her. All right, let me see. Okay, Dr. Tracy St. Julian. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is her. Okay, I pulled it up right now. I mean, from looking at the picture, I mean, if we just going off the eye test, she looks like a sister, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to get some info on her. I don't want to spend too much time talking about this. If y'all want to look into it, you know what I'm saying? The doctor's name is Tracy St. Julian. And just let me know what her nationality is. And the reason why that matters, here's why it matters, right? If she's not one of us, right? If she's not one of us, then it's no surprise at all that someone who is not one of us could have such disregard and lack of compassion for this woman or this unborn child. If it is one of us, it goes to show you just how much Christianity has trained us to hate our own. One of the things that you see commonly amongst Black women is hatred and jealousy amongst each other. And for all we know, this doctor might have been a sister, and she might not be able to have kids herself. And she might be jealous of the fact that this sister is able to have kids. She might be jealous, saying, I make this much money. She can't take care of that baby the way I could take care of baby. That's not fair. Who knows what was in her mind when she did what she did? You get my point? And that's the reality of the situation. Whether she's a sister or not, like I'm on about to say, whether she's a sister or not, she should be blasted for what she did. She should be put on Front Street for what she did, because that was a heinous act. And if she is one of us, that makes what she did even worse. Not saying that it's okay, but I expect this level of hatred and cruelty coming from an animal like Esau. It's almost expected, because, as a matter of fact, I did I had played some video a few weeks ago from a CNN report about the way Black women are treated in the hospital when they given birth, and how that one brother, I believe his wife died during childbirth or something like that. We just talked about you know what I'm saying, the hospitals and how they mistreat Black women. You get what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing new. Unfortunately, this is something that's been going on for a long time. You know what I mean? If it was Esau, or if she's Esau or Ham or any of them, they're trained to hate our people. So it's almost a given. It's an absolute blessing when your child comes out of that hospital unharmed. If she is one of us, you know what I'm saying? Once again, to hell with Christianity, and to hell with the Christian church for turning our women into evil, wicked women full of pure hate for their own people. Because, like the brother said earlier, there's no way in hell that would have happened if that family was white. No way in hell that would have happened. And if that would have happened to a white family, every time you turn on the news, they'd be talking about it. It'd be flooded on all social media outlets. It'd be covered everywhere. And the reason why you know that is because when a so-called white child comes up missing, it's major news. But so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans come up missing by the dozens on a daily basis, and it's swept under the rug like, hey, nothing to see over here. Ain't nothing going on over here. Just mind your business. You get what I'm saying? That's the level of hatred that's been running rampant in this empire for the last 400 plus years. All right. So if anybody has anything that they want to add to that, you can go ahead and drop it in the chat. If not, I got one last story that I want to cover before we get into Ecclesiastes, because it's not that many verses. You know what I'm saying? So I'll still be able to get through the whole chapter. All right. And the water to Officer Rock, man, for even, you know what I'm saying, coming with that question in the first place, because I did not have a topic lined up until a brother, you know what I'm saying, asked me that question. So now we got a whole class. All right. So now the last thing that I want to talk about is, you know, I did a video on TikTok about a week or two ago about how Skip Bayless, he's the main one, but he's not the only one who puts a Black man across from him because he's trying to steal our flavor. He's trying to steal our seasoning. You know what I mean? And because we look up to the oppressor the way we do, we believe that we cannot get ahead, or we cannot get on, or we can't go to the next level without the help of an oppressor. And in that video, I said that, and I said, we don't need them. We have enough seasoning to do our own thing. And I used Cameron and Mace as an example on how them brothers started their show with their own money. They're not on Showtime. They're not on FS1. They're not on ESPN. They're on YouTube. And they just did it with their seasoning and the willingness to front their own money to get it cracking, right? And so now, a couple weeks ago, what do you see? Just in case y'all can't read that, right? In case y'all can't see it, it says, "It is what it is. Sports talk show signs 8-figure deal with Underdog Fantasy," right? Why is that important? Because they did it on their own. They didn't have to put an oppressor on that stage with them and have him as a moderator, or use a so-called white woman as a moderator. No, they use a young sister that just recently graduated from the University of Miami. So you got 3 Negroes sitting up on that stage, you know what I'm saying? And with them 3, they created arguably the hottest sports show on the planet Earth, arguably. I know for me, it's definitely the most entertaining sports show that I've ever seen, because it gives you actual sports takes from brothers that actually know these sports and are overly familiar with these sports, but because they're doing it their way, they don't have to take out any seasoning. You know what I mean? They can use the Lowry seasoning salt. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of that what's that Lowry's black pepper. You see what I'm saying? A little bit of that steak seasoning. You know what I'm saying? All these different flavors of seasoning. What, you know what I'm saying? What's that Louisiana rub, or what's that other one, that real good one that everybody using now? Damn, I can't think of it. Man, that's gonna drive me crazy. It's this one seasoning that that slap your mama. That's the one, right? That's what these brothers did. They just sprinkled in a little of this, a little of that, and then boom. Now they got an 8-figure deal done for their show, right? My point in saying that is, we don't have to sell out, and we don't have to bend the knee to the so-called white man in order to get a crumb. You see what I'm saying? Everything that we touch turns into gold. Even in our wickedness, you know what I'm saying? Because of our flavor, we even make wickedness look cool and sound cool. How do you know? Think about it. Think about the music that comes on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, I'm not saying that the stuff that they're talking about is cool, and nor am I saying that we should live that kind of lifestyle at all. But what I'm saying is, because we have so much flavor, you're not even paying attention to the fact that this whole song is talking about Molly's and Percocets. Or going to go ride on the ops, you know what I'm saying, or banana clips, and you know what I'm saying. What's the new term they got for cats that's putting in work? I ain't hip to all that new lingo, but there's a term that's floating around. You know what I'm saying? That if you a cat that's out here putting in work, they call you. It's a certain name that they giving these cats now, and I don't remember what it is. But the point that I'm trying to make is even we make wicked shit sound cool. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not, and obviously I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, women should, our sisters should be walking around half naked or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But we even make that look cool. White women cannot walk around wearing the shit that sisters wear and turn heads the way sisters do. We add flavor to everything in this biblical. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get the scripture, right? This is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 13. This is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 13. It says, and this is written in red, so we know this is Christ speaking. It says, ye are the salt of the earth. Ye are the salt of the earth. It's not talking about everybody. We all know when Christ was teaching, Christ was only talking to a specific people. Christ was not talking to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Meaning everybody on the planet Earth. He was talking to the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? In verse 14 says, ye are the light of the world. So in verse 13, he calls us the salt of the earth. And then in verse 14, he calls it the light of the world. Meaning what? Nobody shines brighter than us. Nobody has more flavor than us. Can't nobody do nothing better than us. You see what I'm saying? The reason why Esau and these other nations dominate the Winter Olympics, because niggas don't like the cold. That's the only reason why. The only reason why Esau dominates NASCAR is because niggas ain't interested in NASCAR. The only reason why Esau dominates hockey is because niggas ain't interested in hockey. But I guarantee you, if we decided, man, listen, man, we finna do this hockey thing, man, we finna take over hockey. You know what I'm saying? The ratings will go through the roof. Why? Because you see hockey like you've never seen it before. You get what I'm saying? If you look at baseball didn't become popular until they integrated. But if you look at the MLB before integration, you know what everybody was watching or going to go see? They was going to go see the Negro Leagues. And the so-called white man knew that. That's why they went and got Jackie Robinson. They did not, and listen to me and listen to me good. If you think for 1 second that the so-called white man integrated baseball because of his love for us, you need to be drug tested. Seriously, you seriously need to be drug tested if you think that Esau integrated baseball because of his love for the Negroes. He integrated baseball out of pure greed, and he couldn't stand the fact that America's pastime was being dominated by niggas. And so his whole mindset was, shit, we can't beat them, join them, because they damn sure wasn't better baseball players than us. And even to this day, they're not better baseball players than us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all that to say, if we take all this seasoning and if we take this light and instead of applying it on the left-hand side, we applied it on the right-hand side, we can get the kingdom. This place cannot run without us. You look at sports, we run sports. You look at entertainment, we run entertainment. You look at these restaurants, Esau fronts the money to open these restaurants, but we all know who's building these restaurants, and we all know who's managing these restaurants. Whether it's a 5-star restaurant or a goddamn Subway. All these fresh vegetables that's in these grocery stores, that's not Esau out there in them fields. That's Issachar out there in them fields. We make this place go. In the day that we come together and say, man, we're not picking no more cotton, man. We're not picking no more grapes. We not getting no more strawberries. We're not doing this. We're not doing that, man. To hell with your restaurants. You know what I'm saying? To hell with your trucks. To hell with your construction. We're going to come together and do our own thing. Listen, man, it'd be Black Wall Street all over again. We have the resources and we have the intelligence. What's the one thing that we're lacking, which is keeping us from coming together? Actually, it's two things, but they go hand in hand. And that right there is a giveaway. That's y'all's hint right there. They go hand in hand, though. But there's two things that's keeping us from coming together and recreating Black Wall Street. Those are true. But you can sum that up in one word. The brother said compassion and love. You are absolutely correct. How would you sum those up, though? How would you lay it all the way down flat? And remember, you can't have one without the other. So how do you sum up love and compassion? Boom, that's it right there. Brotherhood and sisterhood. Imagine if in the spirit of brotherhood we said, listen, man, we're not making no more music about killing each other or having wild orgies with our sisters. Imagine if our sisters all came together and said, we're no longer going to make music about girls as players too. And my middle is pink and my bottom is brown. We no longer going to make music like that. I still cannot believe that's a song. I still cannot believe that's a song. I don't know her name. Even if I did know her name, I probably wouldn't say it because I'm so disgusted that she would make a song like that. I'm not surprised, but I am disgusted. And I gave y'all the PG version of what she actually says. But y'all know what I'm talking about when she says her middle is pink and her behind is brown. It is one of the most disgusting songs I've ever heard in my entire life. And that sister ought to be ashamed of herself, right? But when we get into this breakdown, you'll understand, not giving her a pass, but you'll understand why she made that song and why she has no shame whatsoever in the fact that she made that song. Or maybe she is ashamed and she's fronting in front of the cameras, but behind closed doors, she's embarrassed that she would make a song like that. I couldn't even listen to the whole thing. I really couldn't. It was that bad. Damn. I hate that I even mentioned it because now that shit stuck in my head that she would even make a song like that. It's absolutely insane. You know what I mean? But that's it on that. You know what I'm saying? We got about an hour and 10 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and get into this breakdown unless anyone has any questions or comments. If not, you know what I'm saying? We're about to get into the book of Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter. You know what I'm saying? Again, the topic for tonight's class is Ecclesiastes, a book full of game. All right? Ecclesiastes, a book full of game. All All right. All right, cool. I don't see no questions, no comments. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. All right. Again, we're in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter. We starting at verse 1. All right. It says, a good name is better than precious ointment, right? In the day of death than the day of one's birth, right? So now, my first question is, what does it mean to have a good name? Who knows what that means? Absolutely. It means to have a good reputation. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good name, that means you have a good reputation, right? And so now everybody that's in this school should all be fighting to have a good reputation. So when somebody says, "Hey, hey man, did you see that class that Offside Rock taught? Oh yeah, man, that brother's an excellent teacher, man. He be doing this thing, man. That brother, you know what I'm saying? He in charge of Shamar out there in Vegas, man. He do this, he do that, man. That's a solid ass brother. That is a good name right there, right? The flip side is, you know what I'm saying? I'll take his name out of it, right? For this other side, the flip side is, hey, I'm traveling to North Dakota. I don't think it's a school out there, right? I'm traveling to North Dakota, right? Oh, you going out there with officer so and so? Yeah, I'm gonna go out there, man. I'm gonna go hang out for a little bit. Brother, just shake his head. That means that brother's reputation is not good, or that brother's name is not good. Now, again, I'm only using this as an example. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters in here have solid reputations. How do I know? Because if they didn't, they wouldn't be in here. You cannot be in here and have a bad name. You will not last very long if you come in here and you're not trying to get into the kingdom and you're not trying to establish a good name amongst the earth. You get my point? When people hear your name, they supposed, you know what I'm saying? They supposed to have a smile on their face. You get my point? And Louisville in the house. Hey, what's going on? Y'all smile at by Shem Y'all Shai. What's happening? Right? So anytime your name gets mentioned, you know what I'm saying? A brother or a sister's face should light up. You know what I'm saying? When your name is mentioned because of your name, right? It says a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death better than the day of one's birth, right? So now I'm gonna give y'all a shot, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I'm gonna go ahead and break it down because this is one of the brother's questions. So I'm gonna see if anybody, you know what I'm saying, want to give it a shot. Now, again, what you want to think about is the beginning of the verse. A good name is better than precious ointment, right? And so we've already established that a good name is a good rep, right? I'm going to give it to y'all. And if anybody answered, they got the right answer, you know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and shout you out, all right? Yes, that's it. It's better to die with a good rep. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said the day of death, in the day of death, better than the day of one's birth, right? The reason why that's important is because you got to think about it. If you have a good name, right, and you die, everybody's going to remember that. Everybody's going to celebrate you. You know what I'm saying? But for a brother or a sister that's just born, that brother or sister hasn't done anything yet. So they don't have a good name yet, or they don't have a good rep yet because they haven't done anything. You get what I'm saying? Sluggy, y'all. Give me 1 second. Lord in Christ. When you go live, uncheck the Nevada YouTube. Right. Yeah, just don't go live from Nevada. All right, the water. I appreciate it. All right, shalom. Lord in Christ. All right, so I get y'all. So yeah, so again, it says a good name is better than precious ointment. So if your name is good, if you have a good rep, when you die, you'll still be talked about because of the rep that you built based on the works that you did, based on the type of brother, based on the type of sister you are. But for someone that's just born, you ain't did nothing yet, so you don't have a good name or a good rep yet because you were just born. You see what I'm saying? Verse 2, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Right? Who wants to get at a shot? Who knows what that means? First of all, what does it mean to mourn? What does that mean? If you're mourning, chances are, where are you? If you're mourning, that might give you a better understanding of this verse. Who knows? All right, again, I'm going to give it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you put the answer in the chat, you know what I'm saying, I'll go ahead and shout you out. All right. So it says it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. It says, for that is the end of all men, meaning what? The end of all men is death. Right? The end of all men is death, and the living will lay it to his heart. What this is saying is, it's better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, because when you go to the house of feasting, what's on your mind? I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. All right, like I said, y'all if y'all want to type in and give it a shot, go ahead. But for time's sake, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be answering the majority of these because this breakdown, you know what I'm saying, is a little meaty, but we're gonna lay it all the way down flat. All right. So when it says it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Right. For that is the end of all men, meaning we'll all die. Right? We're all going to die at some point, right? Yes. When you're feasting, you're having a good time. And the only thing that's on your mind is having a good time. Exactly. You're not thinking about nothing else but trying to have a good time. That's it. So you're not worried about anything. You're not reflecting. You're not doing nothing, right? Everything is right in the world in your mind because you're in function mode, right? Meanwhile, if you're in the house of mourning, right? And you mourning a brother with a good name, right? What does it make you do? The answer is at the end of the verse, and the living will lay it to his heart. When you go to that funeral and you see that solid brother in that grave, right? You're like, damn, that was a good brother, man. That brother had a good rep, man. That brother did his thing, right? If you know that you're not doing your thing, it's gonna make you say, damn, I need to step my game up, man, because that could be me. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, I'm drinking way more than I should. I'm eating all kind of foods that I shouldn't be eating. And when I say that, I don't mean on the left-hand side, because you can eat lawful food and eat too much of it. You get my point? And so now, because even though the food is lawful and you're eating a lot of it, guess what? Now you got high blood pressure. Now you got high cholesterol. You see what I'm saying? That's it right there. See, now you picking up what I'm laying down. It should motivate you to want to honor that good brother. If you don't have a good name, it should motivate you to want to have a good name, because you're looking at that brother like, damn, shit, man, shit, for all I know, man, that could be me. So let me make sure that I get right with the Lord, because at the end of the day, that's how you have a good name and a good rep. It's not about how much work you put in these streets. Well, technically it is, but on the right-hand side. When I say putting in work in these streets, I'm talking about going into the highways and byways and teaching this truth, dropping these truth bombs on the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You can still put in work in the truth. You can still, you know what I'm saying, be in the streets. You can still have a rep in the streets being in the truth. The difference is instead of it being on the left-hand side, it's on the right-hand side. I see that brother out there on them corners every Saturday, you know what I'm saying, talking about how abortion is murder, talking about how the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, talking about let's stop black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? Brothers stop hating sisters, sisters stop hating brothers. Let's come together as one. You get what I'm saying? The so-called Mexicans are our brothers, man. Let's stop hating them. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop hating the Puerto Ricans. Let's stop hating the Cubans, so-called Cubans and so-called Puerto Ricans, Salakia. But y'all get the point, right? That's how you put in work in the streets. You get what I'm saying? That's how you build your name up. You get what I'm saying? Teaching classes, going to camp. You know what I'm saying? Passing out food. You see what I'm saying? Things like that. Being available to give a brother some counsel. You know what I'm saying? Being available to break a scripture down for a brother. Just being there for a brother. Being there for a sister when that brother or sister needs you. That's how you build a good name. And when you go to the house of mourning and you know that that's a good brother in that grave, it should make you say, damn, I need to get closer to the Most High. How do I get closer to the Most High? By listening to him. I did not know that sister at the water. I appreciate that. The sister said that brothers invented hockey. I shouldn't really be surprised because we invented damn near everything, but the so-called white man gets all the credit for it, as always, right? So now let's get some more. Sorrow is better than laughter. For the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better, right? Meaning what? When you're laughing all the time, again, this right here, verse 3 is driving home the point of verse 2, right? So when you hear sorrow is better than laughter, right? For the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better, right? So if you laughing all the time and joking all the time, you know what I'm saying? You're not thinking about real life situations. You're not thinking about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? Now, this isn't saying that you can't laugh at all and you should never laugh. That's not what this is saying. But if you spend more time focusing on being a jokester and spending less time in sorrow, right? How can you fight to be a better brother or a better sister when all you're doing is joking all the goddamn time? You see what I'm saying? But when you going through something, though, when you going through something, right? And you're going through that sorrow, right? It'll put you in a better mindset. You see what I'm saying? It'll strengthen your countenance. Like, damn, man, like, yeah, that's rough right there, man. But damn, this shit could be a hell of a lot worse, right? I got this going on, this going on, this going on. But damn, you know what? Ain't no thing though. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rock, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna rock this out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pick up the phone and get some counsel. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get stronger. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get stronger in the spirit. I'm gonna start going to class more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, do whatever I gotta do, you know what I'm saying, in order to make this sorrow not be sorrow anymore. You see what I'm saying? Sorrow, thinking about the sorrow and just thinking about what you're going through, it'll give you an opportunity to step back and evaluate things in your life. And more times than not, when you step back and you start evaluating stuff, you'll realize, damn, I could be a better brother. I could be a better sister. You get what I'm saying? And so again, nobody in here is sinning, right? We all keep the law, statutes, and commandments. But even with that being said, we can still be better versions of ourselves. We can step back and say, damn, you know what? I probably shouldn't have did that. Probably wasn't the best thing to do at that particular time. You know what I'm saying? I did not have to say that the way I said it. You know what I mean? When, you know what I'm saying? As a sister, damn, that sister probably think I don't like her, man. I didn't mean to come at her like that. I got so much on my mind. You know what I'm saying? I came at her kind of foul. Let me apologize to that sister. And then once you apologize and make things right with your sister, or you make things right with your brother, you know what I'm saying? That makes the countenance that much better. You just took a sorrowful situation, you know what I'm saying, and you made it a better situation. You know what I mean? Because as you going through things, it should draw you closer to the Most High. You get my point? Verse 4, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fools is in the house of mirth, right? Meaning what? A wise brother is going to know how to separate the two. You see what I'm saying? He's gonna know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. You see what I'm saying? But a foolish brother is going to be a fool 24/7. You know what I'm saying? But a brother with wisdom, you know what I'm saying? He's going to know that he's going to know that there's a time and place for everything. You know what I'm saying? There are times when, you know what I'm saying, we joke around, right? There's times when you can have a good time. And then there's times when you got to be all the way serious, right? And that's where the wisdom comes in. Damn, I can't take this situation lightly. You know what I'm saying? I need to really buckle down. So like I need to buckle down, man, and get locked in. You see what I'm saying? But again, you know what I'm saying? Verse 4 is following up verse 3. It's just driving home the point. You see what I'm saying? A wise brother is constantly evaluating situations. A foolish brother is only focused on the function. Where's the turn up? Where's the drink? Where's the next event? Where's the party at? Where the hoes at? On and on and on and on and on. That last part does not apply to any brothers in this school. But I'm just trying to make a point. That's the mindset of a fool. You know what I'm saying? I want to drink and smoke, drink and smoke, drink and smoke. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. You picking up what I'm laying down, right? I rock. You with me so far? Because that's the thing. You see what I'm saying? A foolish brother, that's what he's all about the jokes. But a brother with wisdom, he knows, damn, this ain't a time to play. It's time for me to get all the way serious, dude. This is real life. Let me get locked in and let me do what I got to do. Let me help this brother. Let me help this sister. Let me help my goddamn self. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get some more. Verse 5. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. What does that mean? Now, that right there, everybody should be able to answer this. I'm not going to break this down just yet. What does that mean? It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. Who wants to get at a shot? Well, I'm waiting on the answer. If I can sidebar real quick, you know what I'm saying? I for those that don't know, I drive cement trucks for slavery, right? And I'm always using earplugs, right, to try to, you know what I'm saying, eliminate some of the noise at the slavery because it's so loud, right? And I messed around and I stuck the earplug too far in my ear, and I didn't notice it at the time because it wasn't bothering me. It didn't start bothering me until I took the earplug out. And my ear has been killing me ever since. And so I went to the doctor today, and she told me that what's that technical? What'd she say? I tore some shit up in there. I'm gonna give you the nigga version. I tore something up in there, and I need to go see an ear, nose, and throat specialist. So I got to wait a few days and make an appointment. I had to go get some ear drops and drop them damn things in my ear and all that, which ain't working right now. You understand? So I'm kind of going through it. So y'all bear with me as I try to thug it. You get my point? So if y'all see me like, you know what I'm saying, moving in a certain way, I'm not tweaking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just dealing with this ear thing I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. The brother said, it's better to be corrected than to listen to someone who is just going to put you in need of correction. The second part, you got that down pat, right? You definitely got that part down pat, right? But check this out, right? To lay it down flat, right? To lay it down flat, right? You wanna what you wanna do is look at it like this, right? Let me see something. Let me go back to the scripture. It says it's better to hear the rebuke of the wise, meaning it's better to be corrected by someone with wisdom. So you don't want it to be corrected by anybody, right? So I rock you own it, you know what I'm saying? But to stay in the scripture, it's better to hear the correction of a wise man than for a man to hear the song of fools, right? And so the second part of what you said is correct. It's better to, you know what I'm saying, better to be corrected by a brother with wisdom than to listen to someone who's going to put you in need of correction. Not only that, though, right? Hearing the song of fools it's basically how can I niggerize this? Basically, like yes men. You know what I mean? A nigga that just constantly like you might got a little money, you know what I'm saying, because you moving packs or whatever the case may be. So niggas is on you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is swinging. Why? Because because every time y'all go to the club, you're buying the bottles. You're paying for the tables. You see what I'm saying? When y'all go out to the finest restaurants, you're always paying. So those fools are gonna always be singing your praises. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna always big you up, even though you're doing a evil thing, right? But a wise brother will correct you and say, hey, yo, my man, hey, listen, man, if you don't stop doing what you're doing, brother, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody might come and shoot the house up, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. Or, right, now that was an example on the left-hand side, right? Here's a better example, right? Because this is all about wisdom. Here's a better example, right? You a trooper in the school, right? And your whole family is trying to convince you that you're in a cult. And your whole family is trying to get you to eat some of that Thanksgiving turkey and some of that Thanksgiving dressing. You know what I'm saying? Help put the Christmas tree up and the decorations and all these things, right? And they're telling you how little you need the truth because you grew up Christian your whole life. And so now you start going to class lesser and lesser. Now you're not available for camp, right? Because you're hanging out with your family members who are in the world, right? The man above you, he notices a change in your get down. And so that brother pulls you to the side. Hey, let me holler at you real quick, man. Sit down, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's shoot it real quick, right? And that brother's going to impart some wisdom on you. All right, give me a one if we back up and running, please. All right, cool. All right, so we back up and running, right? So we was breaking down verse 6. All right. So in verse 6, it says, "For the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of a fool," right? So in other words, in other words, that fool laughs like a goddamn hyena. All he does is laugh and joke, laugh and joke, laugh and joke. It's emptiness. It means nothing. You get what I'm saying? Verse 7, right? And y'all know, you know what I'm saying? This is one of my favorite scriptures in this whole Bible. "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." Right? A gift, it's like a gift will destroy your mind, right? Somebody give me an example of a gift that will destroy your heart, or a gift that will destroy your mind. You see what I'm saying? A brother or a sister who's angry about the condition of their people, that's someone with wisdom, or that's someone who's gaining wisdom. Because I can't speak for y'all, but I know before I found the truth, hey, listen, man, it was just business as usual. I just went on about my day. I wasn't really concerned with the affairs of black folks. When I say black folks, I'm talking about all 12 tribes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pay attention to the abortion numbers. I didn't pay attention to none of that stuff because it wasn't my concern, or at least I thought that wasn't a concern of mine. You get what I'm saying? If I wanted to get high, I get high. You get my point? If I wanted to get drunk and pass out in the middle of the street, so be it. You get what I'm saying? If I want to go to the club and start fights, who cares? You know what I'm saying? If I kill another black man, so what? You know what I'm saying? That's just the way of the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's someone who is unwise. You see what I'm saying? That is a brother with no wisdom. You know what I'm saying? A sister that makes a fans only page, you know what I'm saying, and gets paid to get paid for being naked. That is someone who's unwise. I gotta get it how I get it. It don't matter. I gotta get mine. You see what I'm saying? God gave me this body so I can show it off. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Why should I cover up? Ain't nobody else covering up. That's someone that is unwise. And then you learn the truth and you realize, damn, that is the mindset of someone who's oppressed. I'm not doing this no more. I'm getting rid of this fans only shit. I'm getting rid of all these twerk videos. I'm taking all that down. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what the oppressor wants us having fans only in Instagram, and not Instagram itself, but like where your whole video is full of half-naked pictures. You know what I'm saying? Or you in sexual positions and things like that. You know what I'm saying? That's oppression. That's what the oppressor wants you to do. But you get rid of all that. You get what I'm saying? The brother said Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is an excellent example of a gift destroying someone's heart, right? Nick Cannon ever since they took that show away from him, I have yet to hear him say anything about him being an Israelite or about the Jews being black. They said, "Hey, nigga, you want your show back? Be a good nigga." Yes, Massa, Osby's a good nigga. And that's exactly what he did. He begged for that crumb. He got on all fours and he wagged his tail and they gave him a little funky ass crumb. But if he had any wisdom, he would have said, "Man, to hell with your show, nigga. I'm Nick Cannon. You know what I'm saying? My people got my back. I'm going to start my own show on my own network. I'll start off on YouTube and I'll blow this shit up, man. To hell with Viacom. To hell with VH1 or whatever channel that Wild Style come on. I don't need none of that, bro. I'll take this shit and I'll go do my own thing." Again, like Cam and Mace, like Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown is probably more popular now than he was when he was in the NBA. And he's doing it on YouTube. But he let that gift of being on MTV and VH1, he let that destroy his heart. You see what I'm saying? That sister that I was talking about earlier that made that song about her private parts. She let that record contract and that guaranteed money, she let that convince her that it was a good idea to make a song like that. And that song is probably being played on the radio all goddamn day. Whatever chick that was that made that song, Girls is Players Too, right? The gift of being able to go on tour and make millions of dollars is why she made that song. But if she had a little bit of wisdom, or if she had if she was with a brother that had some wisdom, hey man, listen, man, you ain't got to switch up. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because making $500,000 a year and live, you know what I'm saying, is better than making $20,000 a year. 500,000 is not 10 million. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But at least you still keep your integrity. At least you're still able to keep your clothes on. You get what I'm saying? Anything done on the left-hand side that would compromise being Israel, that is a gift destroying your heart. Listen, a gift is, shit, they legalized marijuana, so that means I can smoke it. There's a dispensary on damn near every corner in Vegas. And so because they legalize it, we think we can smoke it because it's legal now. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a gift that can destroy your heart. You see what I'm saying? An NBA contract can destroy your heart. Now, I'm not saying if you're good enough to go to the NBA, don't go to the NBA. That's not what I'm saying. But don't let that NBA contract stop you from speaking out against the crimes that have happened and the crimes that are happening to your people on a daily basis. The reason why nobody's saying nothing about nothing is because the oppressor is telling them, if you want to keep making this money, shut your goddamn mouth. Don't you say nothing. The reason why LeBron and them was able to wear them hoodies when Trayvon Martin was murdered is because that was something that everybody looked at as wrong. So they was able to get away with that. Right? Kyrie Irving shared a video and he got suspended. Colin Kaepernick took a knee, you know what I'm saying? Not because of the flag, not because of the national anthem, but because of police brutality. And he never got another shot in the NFL. And so brothers are seeing that from a distance and they like, shit, not me. That's a gift destroying the heart. Everybody understands, right? Verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit, right? So in other words, right, this is twofold, because this could be talking about in verse 2, you know what I'm saying? Better to go to the house of mourning than the house of feasting, you know what I'm saying? Or the day of death is better than the day of birth, right? But the other thing that you want to look at too is it's better to finish a thing, right? The end result is better than the beginning. You get my point? You start off, you might be in the world in the beginning, in your younger years, you know what I'm saying? You don't know no better, right? But you get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these laws, statutes, commandments. You come into the truth. And if you die before Christ returns, your end is better than your beginning. Because you died in the truth. And when the Lord sees fit for you to come back, you'll come back a righteous brother. You'll come back based on your good name. So that means you won't be born to parents who are strung out, or be birthed to a mother that's in prison. You're not a prison baby. You know what I'm saying? You're not a premature baby. You're not a baby who, when you're born, you know what I'm saying, your father realized, damn, this is too much responsibility. I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this. You get my point? It says, the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Meaning what? A brother who's patient is better than a brother that's proud. Because a brother that's proud, he'll cut corners to get whatever it is that he wants. He'll do whatever he got to do. He'll be, you know what I'm saying? He'll have that snake mentality. He'll have that grimy mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because he's ready to get rich or die trying. You know what I'm saying? That's a brother who's proud in spirit. But a brother who's patient, damn. I ain't got no car yet, and I ain't got no place to stay. I'm still staying at mom's house. But I just got this pretty decent slavery, right? So he gets on the bus, or he might get on the train, right? Save up a couple of checks, boom, now he got him a whip, right? So now he's not on the bus no more, right? Boom, he got him a whip, right? So boom, he's still saving up his loot. Now he got him a little studio apartment. Boom, he doing his thing, right? He's learning his slavery. He's getting better and better and better at his slavery. So now he gets a promotion, right? So now he goes from the little studio apartment to a 1-bedroom apartment. You see what I'm saying? And through patience and hard work and wisdom, he learns how to navigate through this captivity. And now the brother, you know what I'm saying, that bought him a house, he has a couple of cars, and he has him a family. You see what I'm saying? And through that, you know what I mean, he just so happened to be going to the store, and he sees them brothers on the corner, and he gets a flyer. Now that brother then came into the truth. That's someone that's a patient brother right there. You understand? Everybody with me so far, right? All right, cool. Verse 9, right? Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger rested in the bosom of fools, right? So now the deeper we get into this chapter, the more y'all understand why I titled this class the way I did. A book full of game, because that's exactly what this is right now. You know what I'm saying? Solomon is giving us game on how to navigate through this captivity. He's saying, be not hasty in thy spirit to be mad, to be angry. In other words, don't be so quick to get mad. Don't be mad at everything and everybody all the goddamn time. Now, is there a contradiction? No, it's no contradiction, because someone who's unlearned will say, well, what about in Ephesians where it says, be ye angry and sin not? No one's saying that you cannot be angry. We just read in verse 7, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. What this is saying is, if somebody bump into you, you spill your drink, don't put a bullet in his head. You get my point? If you speak to a sister and she don't speak back to you, don't pull her weave out. You see what I'm saying? That's being hasty in thy spirit to be angry. Because if you have that hasty spirit to get angry, you will do something or say something without even thinking about it. And then when you have time to look back on it, you're like, damn, okay, I was a little extra. I did not have to say all that, or I did not have to do all that. See what I'm saying? It says, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. You know what I'm saying? That's another way to look at it. You're someone who's overly emotional, right? And that right there is excellent, right? Don't be reckless with the anger. You know what I'm saying? That's game right there. That's wisdom right there. You see what I'm saying? Because even in here, right? We speak on the crimes that the oppressor has committed and the oppressor is committing, right? But which one of us teaches the first devil you see, rob him and beat him up? Which one of us, when we out there at camp, see a devil walking by, you know what I'm saying, and throw water on him, or, you know what I'm saying, bum rushing? Who does that, right? None of us do. Because despite our anger, we're not hasty in our anger. Because we know that there's going to be a time when the Most High is going to send Christ back and going to wipe these devils off the face of the earth. So we don't have to do nothing. Well, we do, right? But we don't have to do that. How we show our anger is by digging deeper into this truth, by becoming a more righteous brother, by becoming a more righteous sister, and teaching another brothers and sisters to do the same thing, so then that way we can get the kingdom back. You get my point? Verse 10, say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this, right? I'm going to read this again because it's a little heavy, right? But who knows what this is saying? Because this right here is extremely important, right? I see it's 8:30, so I'm going to try to speed through the rest of this, right? But I still want to lay it all the way down flat. So I might go over a few minutes if y'all can just bear with me, right? Because this is a heavy chapter, and I want to make sure I get this whole chapter done, all right? So what does it mean when it says, say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. What does that mean? Who knows? Because this right here, and if I say that, it's gonna kind of give it away. Okay, for time's sake, I'm gonna give y'all a hint. This right here is what a lot of brothers and sisters experience when they first coming into the truth. That's y'all's hint. So now, who knows what this is saying? Okay, you own it. You own it. He said, "Don't think that things were better before, because the same wickedness was happening then as they are now." You right there in the ballpark. I'm saying right now you on third. I need you to bring me home though. I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds. I'm gonna give it to you. All right, but I rock you right there though. All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to y'all. Right. So, like I said, the brother's right there. Right. What this is saying is, right. That's true, but no, that doesn't apply to this context right here. Right. So now think about verse 9. Verse 9 says, "Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry." Right. Verse 10 is saying, "Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this." Right. No, I rock with this. I'm gonna give it to y'all. So when you, okay, maybe not you yourself. So I'm not putting this on nobody specifically, right? I'm just laying something down real quick, right? When you first come into the truth, right? You mess around, you'll lose Salaki. You lose your slavery. Your girl leave you, or your dude leave you, right? Kids don't want to mess with you no more. Family members don't want to mess with you no more. You living off your savings because you lost your slavery. So now you don't have any more money, right? Now you saying, well, damn, how is it that when I was in the world, I was doing better than when I'm in the truth? How is it that I'm struggling now, but when I was in the world, I was on? You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a good ass slavery that you had, or you was moving packs and you say, you know, I didn't learn the truth. Now I can't move packs no more. I can't sell weed. I can't sell pills. I'm not doing none of these things no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the right hand side. I serve the Lord now. So I'm gonna give all these things up. Right? You had dreads, and all the girls love oiling your dreads and washing your dreads for you. You know what I'm saying? And all these extracurricular things. You cut your hair, and now all the little young girls don't want to play with your hair no more because you got a low cut and you're trying to grow a fro to so that eventually you can get some braids. You're like, damn, when I had the dreads, nigga, I had all the hoes. Now I done cut my hair and I can't get a woman. You know what I mean? Now, again, all these are examples. What I want you to take from this, from what I'm saying is this, right? Don't get mad and say, damn, why did I give all this stuff up to come into the truth? I was doing just fine when I was in the world. What the hell am I? Why am I suffering like this? Why am I going through all this? You see what I mean? That's why, you know what I'm saying, verse 9 goes with verse 10. You know what I'm saying? That's why at the end of verse 10 it says, "For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this." Meaning what? It's foolish for you to ask that. It's foolish for you to think like that. It's foolish for you to reminisce on the past and think about how you were so on when you was in the world. You may think that you was doing better in the world, but I guarantee you was doing worse. Yeah, you might have had more money. Yeah, you probably, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, your kids mess with you. And yeah, you had all these things going for you, right? But guess what? What you didn't know is you was on the verge of getting your head cut off by the Most High. Yeah, you know what? I did not mean to say that after that article from earlier. I that was poor choice of words, Salakia. I did not mean it like that. My point is, you were this close from being put to death. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ, you know what I'm saying? Asar is an excellent brother. You know what I'm saying? I miss that brother to this day. I wish he was still out here. You know what I'm saying? But Lord be with that brother and all the great work that brother's doing in Kentucky, right? Yeah, you could look at it as baptism by fire. You know what I'm saying? You start going through all these things, right? And it's like, okay, what you gonna do now? Are you gonna go back into the world? Are you gonna go back to selling drugs so that you can get your money back up? Or are you gonna side with the Most High? Which side are you gonna take? Are you gonna be the left hand side or the right hand side? So yeah, you can look at it like that. You get my point? But that's what this is saying. Don't get mad because you know what I'm saying, your bills is piling up, and you like, damn. When I was moving weight, I never had a 3-day notice on my door. You know what I'm saying? My lights never got cut off when I was in the world. Now I'm in the truth. You know what I'm saying? And now, man, shit, I'm struggling all the time. I ain't got this, I ain't got that, and this and don't think like that. It says, "For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this." In other words, it's foolish to have that mindset. Oh, for sure, you could definitely look at it like that. I'm gonna answer your question like this, right? If you think it's bad now, trust and believe it can get a hell of a lot worse. Go back into the world. Now, I don't mean you yourself, Iraq, but I'm just saying, go back into the world. And in the beginning, things might be working out in your favor. You might be like, man, I knew I didn't have nothing to worry about. Man, I got this. And things go from being bad to being worse. Why? Because you went back into the world and you're doing those worldly things. So guess what? All those worldly enemies are back. Worse could mean death, or worse it could be spending the rest of your life in prison, or spending the rest of your life in a wheelchair, or watching every family member around you get put to death because of your choices. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, if you lead a truth, you know what I'm saying, to start doing things on the left-hand side, right? That is irrational, and that is emotional, and that is unwise. And that's an excellent point what the sister just said. The people things have gotten, a lot of people that have left the school, and you know what I'm saying, are no longer here anymore. And when I say no longer here anymore, I mean they're no longer on the earth. And it didn't take long after they left the school, you know what I'm saying, for their death to come. You get my point? You cannot gain this knowledge and then think that you can turn your back on this knowledge. You cannot do that. You're spitting in the face of the Most High in Christ when you do that. That's the Christian mindset, thinking that grace is unlimited. It's one thing to be, you know what I'm saying, on the left-hand side and not know you're on the left-hand side. It's a whole nother thing to know what the right-hand side is and know what the left-hand side is and knowingly go back over to the left-hand side. Right? Now, verse 11. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there's profit to them that see the sun. Meaning what? Wisdom is good with an inheritance. When wisdom is passed down, you know what I'm saying, as an inheritance, you know what I'm saying, it is a good thing when it's passed down, right? Your father giving you game, you know what I'm saying? Or your grandfather giving you game, or your grandmother giving you game, right? It says, and by it, there's profit to them that see the sun. And by it, that means, and by wisdom, there's profit to them that see the sun. Meaning what? When you wake up in the morning, you have that wisdom to lead you, guide you, and direct you. But guess what? Without that wisdom, you might not see the sun the next day. What does that mean to not see the sun the next day if you don't have any wisdom? What does that mean? What does it mean to not see the sun the next day? How does wisdom allow you to see the sun the next day? Who knows? Exactly. Boom, that's it right there. If you're able to see the sun, that means you're alive. That wisdom allowed you to see another day. That wisdom is an inheritance from the Lord. And with that wisdom, you was going to go over there. And with that wisdom, you're like, nah, that's a bad idea. I'm not going, man. I want to go to the club tonight, but I don't think it's a good idea. And and then you wake up the next morning and you go online and see that club was shot up. Yes, that is definitely a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not the one to say what your punishment is going to be and what your judgment is going to be. That's up to the Most High. But if you learn the truth and then you leave the truth and you start doing everything that's the complete opposite of everything that you was taught, judgment is coming. It's up to the Lord what type of judgment you get. It could be a swift death. It could be a slow, painful death. I ain't trying to find out. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna stay on the right hand side. You know what I mean? And I pray that brothers and sisters that's watching this tape right now, y'all stay on the right hand side as well, so that y'all don't find out what type of judgment is in store for you if you decide to go back to the left. Exactly. Ignorance keeps you in the dark, which leads to death, right? But that wisdom, you know what I'm saying, will give you the ability to see the sun the next day. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom is fearing the Lord. You're absolutely correct. That is wisdom. There's a scripture that says, "For the beginning of the Lord for the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." I'm paraphrasing it, but y'all get the point. All right. Verse 12, for wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Right? Meaning what? Right? Wisdom is a defense, right? Meaning wisdom is a defense mechanism, right? Wisdom will give you the ability to see things before they happen and avoid certain situations. That's how wisdom is a defense, right? So now, and then you see, and money is a defense, right? So now, to the unlearned, they'll say, oh, I thought money was the root of all evil, right? That's because they're unlearned. If you know anything about the Bible, what the Bible says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. The Bible never contradicts itself. So if the scripture is saying that money is a defense, then it could not be saying that money is the root of all evil. It could not be saying that. If you love money, loving money will lead to evil. But if you have money and wisdom, money can be a defense. You get what I'm saying? It says that wisdom is giveth life to them that have it. You know what I'm saying? With wisdom, you know what I'm saying, you're able to live a more fruitful and more productive life. You get what I'm saying? Verse 13, consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? This is a question, right? So now a lot of times we use this, you know what I'm saying, we use this as an Esau precept, right? It says, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked, right? This is, but in this context, this is just talking about across the board. Who can straighten out what the Most High has made crooked? No one has the ability to straighten what the Lord has made crooked. Only the Lord can straighten what he made crooked. You see what I'm saying? Verse 14, in the day of prosperity, be joyful. But in the day of adversity, consider. God has also set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him. Meaning what? In the day of prosperity, be joyful, right? But in the day of adversity, keep in mind, that's what it means to consider. Be mindful of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the Lord has created both. It is the Lord that is the head of all things. So if you become prosperous, you know what I'm saying, the Lord has allowed that. You see what I'm saying? If you go through some adversity, just know that the Lord is at the head of that as well. How do you know? Job. You get my point? Job was righteous, but Job went through some things. Job went through adversity. You see what I'm saying? Daniel went through adversity. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego went through adversity. You see what I'm saying? Verse 15, all things have I seen in the day of my vanity. There is a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and there's a wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness. Now again, 15 ties into 13, right? In 14. You see what I'm saying? The point of this is the Most High is at the head of all of it, right? Meaning what? A just man perisheth in righteousness, meaning, how can I say this? What's the nigga way of saying this, right? There's a saying, right? It's an old saying, the good die young, right? So there could be a time, right, when a righteous brother dies at a younger age, right? And then there's a wicked man that prolongeth his life in wickedness, meaning what? There's brothers out there who's 73 years old and they've been smoking cigarettes since they was 12. And have yet to get emphysema, yet to get lung cancer, anything. Every time they go to the doctor and get a checkup, they have a clean bill of health. You get my point? And then there's that brother who doesn't do any of those things and he ends up passing away, right? All this is wisdom, meaning what? You have the wisdom to be able to say, damn, that's the Lord. The Lord is doing this. Who am I to question what the Lord decided? That's why in verse 13, when it says, who can make straight what the Lord has made crooked? You can't think for the Lord. You cannot act for the Lord. You get what I'm saying? That's why this whole book of Ecclesiastes is summed up with fear the Lord and keep his commandments. With all the game that's being laid down in the whole book of Ecclesiastes, he sums up this whole book with the best game that he could give you, which is what? Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. If I'm understanding your question, I believe it's 1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil. That's 1 Timothy 6 and 10. Right? Matthew 6 and 24 says that you can't serve two masters. You're going to love the one and hate the other. Right? So if you love money more than you love the Most High, if you love money, you're going to hate the Most High. And when I say hate the Most High, I mean based on your actions. If you love the Most High, you'll keep his law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Let me know if that answers your question. Yes, the Most High pulls all the strings, good and bad. And that's wisdom right there. What the sister just said, that's wise. Having the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding that when it's all said and done, the Most High can pull a plug. Here's what you have to understand, all right? Here's what's important about that. For those that might say, well, damn, what's the point of being righteous if the Most High could kill me? Right? Here's the difference between the brother that dies in righteousness at a younger age and a brother that dies, you know what I'm saying, living a wicked life, right? The brother that died righteous but died younger, when he comes back, he's gonna be on. He's gonna be birthed into a much better situation than the brother that lived to be an old ass man and died in his wickedness. That's what you want to look at. Don't focus on, damn, why should I be righteous when I could die at any day regardless? The difference is the punishment versus the reward. If you die righteous, man, there's a reward. If you die wicked, man, there's a punishment. That's how you want to look at that, all right? Yeah, it get like that sometimes, right? It get like that sometimes. Sister said, I've seen this many times. Someone who never smoked and died of lung cancer, and some who smoked since 10 years old and lived to 100. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it get like that sometimes, right? But guess what? If that brother that didn't smoke and he died of lung cancer, if he was a righteous brother and he kept the law, statutes, and commandments, when he come back, his life would be way better than that other cat that smoked since he was 10 years old and died, you know what I'm saying, died a wicked man. All right. Verse 16, be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. why shouldest thou destroy thyself? Right? Meaning what? Don't be overly righteous, right? You stop eating pork, right? So now you going around and you just mad dog and ready to fight every nigga that you see eating pork. Or you turn your face up at every time you see a brother that don't know what you know. You see what I'm saying? Or you tell a brother, hey, you shouldn't be listening to that kind of music. You know what I'm saying? That music is evil and that music is wicked. You get what I'm saying? Don't be that brother that's constantly nitpicking and just being just overly righteous. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I know burgers is lawful, man, but don't eat that. You know what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be eating that. You know what I'm saying? You should be eating, you shouldn't be eating no meat at all. You should only be eating plants. Just eat vegetables all day. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't eat meat. You know what I'm saying? Or brother that's eating, that all he eats is vegetables. Oh man, you's a sucker, man. Why you always eating all them vegetables, man? Eat some meat. You know what I'm saying? God put it on this earth for you to eat it, brother. Eat the meat. Like, don't be that brother, right? Because what you're gonna do is when it says, why shouldest thou destroy thyself, you're gonna stress yourself out. Right? Meaning this. And I look like I'm gonna run out of time. I might have to say the rest of this for next week, but I'm gonna try to push through this as much as I can. All right. Meaning this, right? It says, why shouldst thou destroy thyself? Right? Meaning what? Go on those corners. It's like go on those corners, do your camp speaking, go into your topic, lay that topic all the way down flat, teach your classes, give the right breakdowns, give the right counsel, answer questions, and that's that. If the brother wants to continue sinning, why stress yourself out over a brother that don't want to listen? I know it's frustrating. Like, damn, well, what you asking for if you're going to still do what you want to do? I understand it's frustrating, right? But don't be righteous over much. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I told that brother to stop doing it. He's still doing it. Now you sitting, you shaking your head, you smacking your teeth and all that. You doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You gave that brother the game. That's that. You see what I'm saying? You planted the seeds, or you laid the seeds. It's up to the Most High to water. It's between him and the Most High after that. All right. Verse 17, be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? Meaning what? You at your slavery, right? In this lunchtime, right? So y'all out there chilling, you know what I'm saying? Y'all on y'all lunch break, right? And you see a brother pull out a cigarette, right? And you walk up to him and you smack the cigarette out of his hand. Hey, brother, what you doing smoking that cigarette, man? Don't you know that causes cancer? What the hell is wrong with you, bro? Why would you do that? You see a brother eating a BLT, right? Now, mind you, it's lunchtime, so I mean, y'all been slaving all morning. And it's finally time to go to lunch, man. This brother been waiting to tear this food up. And he take the sandwich out the wrapper and he go to bite it. You pop that shit up in the air and you see bacon going this way, lettuce going that way, tomatoes going that way, bread going that way. The hell wrong with you, brother? Don't be eating that goddamn bacon. You tripping, right? Don't do that, right? It says, why shouldest thou die before thy time, right? This is game, right? This is wisdom right here, right? Meaning what? How you know that nigga won't wait till you turn your back and take that poker out his back pocket and put that shit straight through your neck? How you know he won't wait till you get off, follow you to your car, and put a bullet in your head for disrespecting him like that in front of all your other coworkers? You see what I'm saying? Don't be that brother. You see what I'm saying? Don't be that sister. You know what I'm saying? Going off on the sister and want to fight the sister because, you know, she want to go blow some random cat in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? And then when she come back, you want to fight her. You see what I'm saying? When in reality, what you should do is give her some Listerine and a toothbrush and walk away. You see what I'm saying? That's what you should do. You know what I'm saying? You see two brothers and they of that rainbow community. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man, that's between them and the Lord. But if you start blazing like you at camp, You know what I'm saying? Now you got to walk around knowing that you got beat up by 2 rainbow dudes, and everybody gonna know. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be part of that rainbow. It's gonna have all the colors, and then both of your eyes gonna be black. That's gonna be like death. You get what I'm saying? That's gonna be just as bad as death. You ain't even gonna be able to come into slavery for a couple weeks. And even though you don't go to slavery for a couple weeks, the niggas gonna know why you didn't come here and say, hey man, where's so and so at? Shit, man. I was getting ready to say one of my favorite words, but I ain't gonna say it. Man, them cats beat him up, man. Black in both of his eyes. That nigga walking around looking like a goddamn raccoon. Damn, for real? Yeah, man. Then you come back to your slavery like everything cool, like ain't nothing happened. Niggas all laughing and pointing at you and shit. Oh, suck ass man, they got his ass whooped by them faggots. Damn it, I said it anyway. Salakia, y'all. Y'all get the point. All right. Verse 18. It is good that thou shouldest take hold of this. Yea, also from this withdraw not thine hand, for he that feareth the Most High shall come forth of them all. Right? What does verse 18 mean? Only got damn. Okay, so before y'all answer that question, it's about 10 more verses left, and we got about 5 minutes left in class, right? So I can, you know what I'm saying, try to speed through the rest of these. You know what I'm saying? We run a little bit over the time, you know what I'm saying? Or I can push this over to next week and I can finish this next week, right? How y'all want to do this? You know what I'm saying? Because it's still a few more verses that I gotta break down. Right. So you know what I'm saying? So for time's sake, you know what I'm saying, I can wrap this up and I can do this next week. Because I know some of y'all probably listen on the East Coast a little late on that side. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mind staying over, you know what I'm saying, a few minutes and banging this out. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and buzz down 18. It's still about 11, 12 more verses left. I'll save them for next week. Or if anybody wants me to finish this next week, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. If not, I can call you and I can lay this down to you, how, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Or if y'all get the point of this, because all this is about gain. This whole chapter is about wisdom and different examples of a brother that's wise versus a brother that is unwise. You know what I'm saying? Solomon is showing you both sides of the coin. He's showing you the wise side. He's showing you the foolish side. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say the rest of it for next week. I'll do a couple more, and I'll just use that as pre-topic for next week. I won't come with no stories or nothing like that, no articles, unless it's just something that just has to be laid out, right? Other than that, you know what I'm saying, I'll get straight into the rest of Ecclesiastes, and then I'll have another topic as well. All right. So let me finish 18. I'll probably do 19, and then we'll close the class on that, right? Yes, that is the answer to the question. Listen to what is being said, or take heed to what is being said, right? So now, what would you call this? Because it's saying it is good that thou should hold on to this. It says, it is good that thou shouldest take hold of this. Yea, also from this withdraw not thy hand. For he that feareth the Most High shall come forth of them all. What should you take hold of, and what should you never let go of? Boom, that's it right there. That's it. Grab on to this wisdom and hold on for dear life. Don't ever let go of this wisdom. The game that's being dropped in this book, the game that's being dropped in these books, plural, the game that you gain from reading and going to class, hold on to this shit, man, like your life depends on it. Why? Because your life does depend on it. And that's exactly why you should hold on to it for dear life. Literally, right? Your every move should be based on, if I don't do this, the Lord will punish me. If I do this, the Lord will punish me. I got all this wisdom and I'm still doing dumb shit. The Lord is going to punish me. That's how you should be moving on a day-to-day basis. You see what I'm saying? Hold on to this wisdom. and never let it go. That's what verse 18 is talking about. It says, also from this, withdraw not thy hand. Meaning what? Always, always, always have a firm grip on wisdom. You see what I'm saying? Because with this wisdom, you'll be able to do things, you know what I'm saying, that an average brother or average sister would not be able to do. How do you know? Look at the UPK versus all these fake Israelite groups. A lot of these fake Israelite groups, their numbers are bigger in a lot of cases, right? Why? Because we're wiser. Through the wisdom that we receive from the Most High, we stop sinning. You get my point? Through their lack of wisdom is why they're in fake Israelite groups. That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? So once you get a hold of this wisdom, man, you hold on to it, man, like your life depends on it, because your life does depend on it. All right. In fear, if you don't know what that punishment is going to be. Listen, man, you should always fear the Most High. That's Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. That right there is wisdom. That's wisdom in a nutshell. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. So if you have that mindset, before you go to do something, that fear of the Most High should stop you. If you are a wise brother or a wise sister, that fear of the Most High and that fear of that punishment should stop you from doing whatever it is that's on the left-hand side that you're thinking about doing. And I understand times get hard. You know what I'm saying? Pockets might be low. You know what I'm saying? Rent is around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Your car, you know what I'm saying? You got 2 ball tires on the front. You know what I mean? I understand. It gets a little rough sometimes, right? And I know the first thing that you want to do is you want to call your connects. That's the first thing that you want to do, right? But a wise brother will say, man, if I do this, man, the Lord is going to punish me. He is going to punish me, and there's not going to be any coming back from it. You know what? I'm going to be patient, like it says in the earlier verses. What's that? What was that verse? Verse 8. When you think about doing something that's on the left-hand side because you're frustrated with your condition, go back and read Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. You understand? So Iraq, Lord allow, I answered your question in verse 1 through 5. I will finish the rest of this chapter next week because it's going to take at least another 15, maybe 20 minutes to finish the rest. I don't want to go that far over the time, so I'm gonna end it here. All right. Again, we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? This has been the Las Vegas Scripture Breakdown class. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have classes in the Las Vegas area from 7 to 9 p.m. You know what I'm saying? For more information, you can find us on Facebook, ISUPK Las Vegas, on YouTube, ISUPK Nevada, and on TikTok, ISUPK Las Vegas. All right? I am the bar. With that, you know what I'm saying? Shalom, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh, thumb to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Alathun, Bashim, Yahweh, to the sisters. All right, Lord allow. I see you brothers and sisters next week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Most High Christ, the water for the kind words. You know what I'm saying? Lord allow. I see you brothers and sisters next week. Until then, Shalom, Israel.